This topic is headers and footers. If you want a report to print out in pages, this is a good way to do it. One can add headers and footers to each page and number the pages and so on. There are several ways to set up a page with headers and footers. One way is to go to the Insert tab, and to the right you will see the text section. Above that is the header and footer symbol. If you click on that, it will take you to the page layout for headers and footers. Another way, let's click on Insert, is that you may see the ribbon but not fully extended. In that case, you just go to the text section, look for the down arrow and click it, and you will see header and footer. So I'll click on it, and you can see that it goes right to the header part, and we've got the footer part down below. And you can see right here are the footers. If I were to put the word report in here, it will populate throughout the rest. After I type report, I can click here and you can see that it appeared here, and it will in fact appear in all of the other pages. There is another way to get to the page layout for headers and footers. And that is right down here. We are on headers and footers. If we click here, it's the normal screen. And if we click back here, it will take us to headers and footers. There is still yet another way. If you go to the View tab, you can see that it's on Page Layout. If I were to go to the Normal tab, I see it the way we usually do. If I want to see how it would print out, I can click on Page Break Preview. So let's go back to Normal, and let's go to the page layout by clicking this element at the bottom of the screen. Let's say we want to fit this all on one page. That's going to be hard to do. We could reduce the size of the A column or get rid of the A column, which would be right here. We could change the margins. So I'll click the down arrow. It's set to normal by default. Let's choose narrow. We got a little more on there, but not enough. Let's try orientation and landscape. We have plenty on here. So we can go back to margins and set them to normal. And we have a nice printout there. I want to go over the View tab a little bit more. Right now it's set to normal. Page layout, of course, will give us the page layout for headers and footers. Let's go back to normal, and this time I'd like you to try Page Break View. Every now and then this is helpful to see how your pages are going to print out. And you can see here's page 1, below it is page 2, page 3, 4, 5, and 6, and so on. This is the standard default for Excel. However, every now and then you may want it to print page 1, page 2, page 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and so on. That can be changed. Let's go to the Page Layout tab. And in this area right here, this is the page setup area. Over to the lower right is an icon which will give you more choices. So we're going to click on that. And some of this is redundant. You can get it elsewhere. But I want you to click on the Sheet tab. And you can see right here, it calculates pages numbers from the top to the bottom. And when it runs out of data, then it starts over at the top again to the right. if you want to switch that to over and down, you can do that right there. And this will be page 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we'll click OK, and you can see a difference. Now it's page 1, 2, 3, and 4. Down here is 5, 6, 7, and 8. I'm going to switch it back to the default, but I wanted you to see that option. So we'll click it here, go to Sheet, and click Down, then Over. And you can see it switched back. Page 1 and page 2, 3, 4, and so on. Now let's get started on some actual headers and footers. Because this is set up to a letter page, it's going to be too big to see the headers and footers all at once. So I'm going to change to the size of this. On the Page Layout tab, under Size, you can choose letter, legal size, and all kinds of size. I'm going to make this a 3 by 5. Now notice that it is set to landscape orientation. If it had been set to portrait, it's pretty small, but we like it at, for this experiment, at landscape. And I'm going to change the margins to narrow and get a little bit more in there. And that looks pretty good. So we have report on every page. I'd like you to come over to the second page or another page, anything besides the first page, and change that to survey. And then click into the data area, and you can see how the word survey changed all the way through. But suppose we wanted the information on the first page to be different. What we do is we select in the header area, and we can see up here is the contextual menu called Design. So we'll click on that, and right here it says Different First Page. I want you to click on that. And now you can see that it went back to report. If I wanted to on the first page, I could change this and just delete it. And you can see that it's different on the first page. So on the first page, I'm going to type annual. And I think it's time we added a footer. So let's go down to the footer section, and I'm going to pick the lower right hand side. Once it is selected, I can come up to Design and click on it, and I'm going to add page number. But since this is different, it's only going to show it on the first page. So it's 1 here, but there's nowhere else here. So I'm going to come back here and delete it. And you can see that it's actually just a code. It's not the actual number. If I were to come over here to where it says survey or any other page, and then click on page number, you can see that the code went in there. Now click into the data area, and you can see it's 2, 3, and if I were to scroll down, 3, and down there is 4, 5, 6, 7. And of course, if I wanted to change that, I can go to Page Layout and choose this area here, choose Sheet, and I can say I want it over and then down. And you can see this is page 2 here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and so on. But I'm going to keep it the way it was originally. Now we can add a little bit more to that. So let's edit it. Actually, it'd be easier just to delete it. So when we're in this area, click on Design. I want you to once again click on page number, and then click the space bar, and then type the word of, OF, and then click the space bar, and then click number of pages. So you have page number, the word of, and then number of pages. And you can see it was 5 of 12. 6 of 12, down below it 2 of 12, and so on. Another option is to put down the path name of the file. Every now and then, when you have lots of files and it's easy to forget where that file came from, one of your choices is to put down file path. By doing that, it will tell you where that is. And that's actually pretty handy when you have a lot of files. I'm going to click on this and delete it. You could have, for example, right up here on the first page, say printed on, and so I'm going to type in the words printed on, and then choose the current date. So just by clicking on current date and typing printed on before that, you'll have the current date on there automatically. You can also add a picture. So I can come up here and click on picture, but you have to be aware that if you want a small picture in there, you will have to crop it beforehand. So just as a review, there's several things you can do to get the page set up for headers and footers. One thing you might want to do is go to View first of all and see how the page breaks down. Not the way you want it. We'll go to Page Layout, click on Orientation, and choose Landscape. That looks much better. And we could change the margins if we want, but I think the margins are all right in this case. If we're using anything besides a normal size paper, letter, we can choose it right here. Legal size, every now and then people use that. I just picked a very small number for this project, which is 3 by 5. And now in the View menu, we can go to Page Layout. And I still don't think there's enough room here, so I'm going to go to the Page Layout tab, choose Margins, and Narrow. And get a little bit more in there. If I click on the header, the contextual menu will appear, and I can choose that. I can choose different first page. I can add sheet name, file name, path name, current date. I can add words, pictures, page numbers, and all of this in there. And when I'm finished, I can go to Control P and see how it looks. Here is a project for you to work on.